The Cleveland Cavaliers are sitting pretty with an 8-0 record to start the season, but you'd barely know it if you scrolled through the average NBA headline. What's happening to them? Despite their dominant performance, this team somehow feels like the league's best-kept secret. As if the basketball gods collectively decided to hide their greatness behind endless chatter about big-market teams and flashy storylines. But make no mistake, these Cavs are cooking. So let's dive into why Cleveland deserves your attention and how their blend of defensive grit and newfound offensive dynamism makes them a team to watch. Let's start with the obvious. An 8-0 start isn't just impressive, it's indicative of a team firing on all cylinders. This isn't just a fluke or a soft schedule. Undefeated out of the gate, and yet you'd be forgiven if you hadn't heard about it because the media is too busy dissecting Zion's diet plan. The Cavaliers are showing they're evolving, finding ways to dominate on both ends of the court. They've long been known for their defensive backbone, but this year, it's their offense that's turning heads. Or at least it should be. It's like their offense evolved into a dynamic machine that can bury opponents in ways you'd expect from a video game, not real life. While their defense remains elite, the Cavaliers have transformed into an offensive juggernaut. They're leading the league with an eye-popping 232 points per game off turnovers, a stat that screams synergy between their suffocating defense and a lightning-fast transition game. That's not basketball. That's highway robbery and sneakers. Their defense feeds their offense like a buffet, and everyone's invited. Opponents barely have time to blink before they're picking the ball out of their net. And it's not just about speed, it's about execution. This team has found a rhythm that's as fun to watch as it is devastating for their opponents. Jarrett Allen continues to be the heart of their defense. He's a rim protector so intimidating that opposing guards might as well send him a thank you card every time they decide to pass out of fear. Allen's ability to alter shots and control the paint is a foundational piece of the Cavs' success. It's the kind of protection that would make Dikembe Mutombo nod approvingly. He's not just blocking shots. He's blocking hopes, dreams, and occasionally cell phone signals. And when he's paired with the versatile Evan Mobley, it's a front-court duo that's nearly impossible to crack. Speaking of Mobley, this season he's taken his game to new heights. His versatility is the perfect complement to Allen's defensive focus. Mobley's agility allows him to switch onto guards, and his offensive game has blossomed under the innovative coaching of Kenny Atkinson. Thanks to Atkinson's creative schemes, he's handling the ball like a 7-foot guard. Whether it's pushing the ball in transition or knocking down threes at a 40% clip, Mobley is proving to be a game changer. His newfound confidence from beyond the arc stretches defenses, creating more room for playmakers like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell to operate. Don't sleep on Isaac Okoro, whose speed and defensive tenacity add another layer to Cleveland's arsenal. Okoro's ability to disrupt opponents on the perimeter fuels the Cavaliers' transition game. He's the spark plug that keeps their defensive engine running, and his relentless energy is contagious. His ability to close out on shooters and disrupt passing lanes is invaluable, especially when the Cavs are in transition mode. Speaking of transformations, we need to talk about Kenny Atkinson. He's the man behind Cleveland's newfound swagger. Once a methodical, half-court oriented team, they're now the 7th fastest team in the league, shaving over a second off their average time per possession. This quicker pace has unlocked faster decision-making, early pick-and-roll actions, and mismatches galore. Atkinson's system capitalizes on the unique skill sets of Garland and Mitchell, whose ability to thrive in space has been a revelation. One of his boldest moves? Using Mobley as a ball handler. It's like discovering your car has a turbo boost button. You didn't know it was there, but now you're wondering how you lived without it. Mobley's agility and touch make him a formidable downhill presence, and his passing creates opportunities when defenses collapse. It's a wrinkle that's added another layer to Cleveland's attack. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell continue to be the dynamic duo everyone hoped they would be. Their ability to capitalize on mismatches and exploit open lanes has been instrumental to Cleveland's success. And it's not just them. Karis LeVert and Ty Jerome have stepped up as secondary ball handlers, providing depth and versatility. Meanwhile, rollmen like Allen add another layer of complexity with short roll playmaking, making Cleveland's offense as unpredictable as it is potent. Many people are skeptical about the Cavaliers. They need a reminder that this team has been going toe-to-toe with other teams in the NBA for years. For a team that started in the 70s as an expansion team, the underdogs everyone couldn't help but root for. Fast forward to the late 80s and early 90s, the team built a solid roster with stars like Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, and Larry Nance Sr. Then, in 2003, the hometown kid, LeBron James, who carried the Cavs to their first ever NBA Finals in 2007. They won 5 conference titles, 7 division titles, and a championship title. Today, Cleveland's roster is loaded with capable shooters. Max Strus, Dean Wade, and Sam Merrill have all contributed consistent perimeter threats. Atkinson's use of guards and wings as screeners creates unconventional mismatches, opening up opportunities for both shooters and drivers. It's a system that maximizes the team's strengths while keeping opponents off balance. One of Cleveland's greatest strengths is their ability to always field an all-star caliber bigs and an elite guard. This depth gives them a significant edge in the regular season. However, as rotations shorten in the playoffs and stars play extended minutes, this reliance on multiple initiators and bigs could lead to redundancy rather than synergy. Finding the right balance, lineups where all 4 core players can simultaneously thrive, will be critical. The Cavaliers' ability to sustain their offensive efficiency and adapt to playoff demands will ultimately define their ceiling. Can Mobley continue to stretch defenses with his shooting? Will the complementary pieces like Strus and Okoro maintain their production? And can Atkinson's schemes hold up when teams have 7 games to figure them out? These are the questions Cleveland must answer to take the next step. The Cavaliers are the epitome of a balanced team. Their blend of defensive tenacity and offensive creativity makes them one of the most intriguing squads in the league. But intrigue alone doesn't win championships. Postseason adjustments will be crucial. Can the Cavs evolve from regular season darlings to playoff powerhouses? That remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. They're building something special in Cleveland, and it's time the basketball world took notice. The Cavaliers are no joke. This is a team that's evolving before our eyes, finding new ways to win and redefining what it means to be a contender. With a blend of star power, depth, and innovative coaching, the Cavaliers have all the ingredients for sustained success. So the next time someone asks you about the NBA's most exciting teams, don't forget to mention Cleveland. They're not just a feel-good story. They're a legit contender, and they're coming for everything. Now, let's see if the rest of the world catches up before it's too late. What are your thoughts on the Cavaliers? Let us know in the comments below. The Milwaukee Bucks, a team surrounded by doubts at the start of the season, didn't just silence their critics. Check out this video to see what happened.